Nowadays, there's one truth in life that nobody can change. Your success is in your hands. It is not in the hands of luck. The only person who has the power to decide your future is you. But the question is, do you believe in yourself? Today, we'll talk about it. My name is Muniba Mazari, and I'm a motivational speaker. If you find this video fruitful, then you can appreciate me by like and subscribe and start a new journey with me. Let's start the topic. There is something truly magical about the early hours of the morning, when the world is still asleep, when the sky is painted in soft hues of blue and gold, and when silence speaks louder than the chaos of the day. That is the moment when you get to decide who you will be, how you will live, and what story you will write with the next 24 hours. Waking up early sets the tone for a purposeful day. The way we begin our morning has a direct impact on how we experience the rest of our day. When we wake up early, we give ourselves the opportunity to be intentional with our time, rather than rushing through tasks and reacting to situations without clarity. It allows us to start from a place of calm rather than chaos. In the early hours of the day, when the world is still quiet, there is a certain peace that cannot be found at any other time. It is a moment of stillness where our thoughts are not yet clouded by distractions, responsibilities, or the noise of the outside world. This is the time when we have the space to think, to plan, and to set our intentions before the demands of the day take over. Instead of waking up feeling overwhelmed, we wake up with a sense of control, knowing that we have given ourselves a head start. When we rise before the world does, we have time to focus on ourselves. Often, people spend their entire day taking care of others, family, work, friends, obligations, leaving little time for their own growth, reflection, and well-being. Waking up early offers a sacred window of time to invest in personal development, whether it's through reading, journaling, meditation, or simply sitting in silence. These moments become a foundation for personal growth. Our minds are at their freshest in the morning. This is the time when our thoughts are most clear, creativity is at its peak, and our ability to absorb new information is heightened. If we use this time to feed our minds with positive, uplifting, and inspiring content, we set the right mindset for the rest of the day. Whether it's reading a book that fuels our soul, listening to a motivational podcast, or engaging in deep thought, the early morning hours become a space for expansion. Waking up early also allows us to prioritize our health. Often, the biggest excuse for neglecting exercise or proper nutrition is a lack of time. When we wake up late, we are often in a rush, grabbing whatever is quick and convenient instead of making choices that nourish our bodies. We skip workouts because there isn't enough time between work, responsibilities, and other commitments. But when we wake up early, we have the time to move our bodies, to engage in physical activity that strengthens us, and to prepare meals that fuel us for the day ahead. A strong body supports a strong mind, and when we take care of ourselves physically in the morning, we carry that energy with us throughout the day. Another powerful advantage of waking up early is the ability to plan and set our intentions for the day. Instead of diving straight into tasks without direction, we can take a moment to prioritize what truly matters. When we rush through the morning, we often find ourselves reacting to everything that comes our way, feeling overwhelmed and unprepared. But when we give ourselves time in the morning to plan our day, we take control of our time. We can decide where to focus our energy, set goals, and ensure that we are aligned with our bigger purpose rather than being pulled in different directions. When we start the day with purpose, it influences our entire mindset. Instead of feeling like the day is controlling us, we step into it with confidence, knowing that we are leading our own lives. A strong morning routine creates a strong foundation for everything else. The discipline of waking up early builds resilience, focus, and commitment, qualities that extend into all areas of life. Those who make waking up early a habit often find themselves more productive, more centered, and more in tune with their goals. The benefits go beyond just an early start. They shape the way we approach life itself. Mornings are a time for reflection, gratitude, and clarity. The way we begin our day has the power to shape our thoughts, emotions, and actions. In the quiet moments before the world wakes up, there is an opportunity to pause, to be present, and to connect with ourselves in a way that is often lost in the rush of daily life. This time is not just about routine, it is about creating space to acknowledge where we are, appreciate what we have, and gain a sense of direction for where we are going. Reflection in the morning allows us to step back from the constant motion of life and observe our thoughts. So often we move through our days reacting rather than intentionally responding. The morning provides a chance to ask ourselves meaningful questions. What are my priorities? What am I working towards? How do I want to show up in the world today? These moments of self-awareness bring clarity to our purpose, helping us align our actions with our deepest values. Instead of being pulled in different directions, we can ground ourselves in what truly matters. Gratitude in the morning shifts our perspective. When we wake up and immediately focus on what is missing, what is stressful, or what is not going according to plan, we set a tone of negativity that lingers throughout the day. But when we take even a few moments to acknowledge what we are grateful for, we reframe our mindset. Gratitude is not about ignoring difficulties or pretending that life is perfect. It is about choosing to focus on what is good, on what is working, and on the blessings that often go unnoticed. It can be as simple as appreciating the warmth of the sun, the air we breathe, the people who support us, or the opportunities that lie ahead. This shift in focus cultivates a sense of peace, allowing us to step into the day with a heart that is full rather than lacking. Clarity in the morning comes when we quiet the noise and listen to ourselves. The modern world is filled with distractions, constant notifications, endless to-do lists, and external pressures that pull us in multiple directions. If we do not take the time to intentionally clear our minds in the morning, we enter the day already feeling overwhelmed and scattered. But when we begin with stillness, with a few moments of deep breathing, meditation, journaling, or simply sitting in silence, we create mental space to think clearly. Clarity allows us to see our path more distinctly, to make decisions with confidence, and to move through the day with intention rather than stress. Many people underestimate the power of these small moments, dismissing them as unimportant or unnecessary. But the truth is, the way we start our morning influences everything that follows. When we make reflection a habit, we cultivate a deeper understanding of ourselves. When we practice gratitude, we build a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity. When we seek clarity, we strengthen our ability to navigate life's challenges with a calm and focused mind. These practices do not require hours of time. They require only a willingness to pause, to be present, and to choose how we want to step into the day ahead. Some of the most successful, fulfilled, and peaceful people in the world have one thing in common: they prioritize their mornings. They understand that these early hours are not just a time to check things off a list, but a time to set the foundation for the energy they will carry throughout the day. Whether it is through prayer, journaling, reading, or simply sitting in silence with a cup of tea, these rituals are not about productivity alone. They are about presence. They are about creating a space where the mind is calm, the heart is open, and the spirit is aligned with a greater purpose. This is the power of the morning. It is not just the beginning of the day. It is the beginning of the mindset we choose to carry forward. Taking control of your morning means taking control of your life. The way we begin our day determines the rhythm and energy we carry into everything we do. When we wake up feeling rushed, overwhelmed, and unprepared, the rest of the day follows in the same way. But when we wake up with intention, structure, and a clear sense of purpose, we take charge of our time rather than letting it slip away. Mornings are not just about getting up and getting things done. They are about setting the foundation for the kind of life we want to live. When we take control of our morning, we send a powerful message to ourselves that we are in charge of our day. It is easy to fall into patterns of waking up at the last minute, grabbing our phones, scrolling through emails or social media, and immediately feeling consumed by the demands of the outside world. But the moment we let external forces dictate how our day begins, we give away our personal power. We allow our emotions, focus, and priorities to be shaped by things beyond our control. Instead, starting the day with discipline and intentionality allows us to reclaim that power. One of the most effective ways to take control of the morning is to create a routine that nurtures both the mind and body. A structured morning routine is not about following a strict set of rules. It is about designing a practice that supports growth, productivity, and well-being. This could include waking up at the same time each day, engaging in physical movement, practicing mindfulness, or setting daily goals. When these habits are practiced consistently, they create a sense of stability and momentum that extends into the rest of the day. The key is not perfection, but consistency. Showing up for ourselves each morning, even in small ways, builds self-discipline and self-respect. Another aspect of taking control of the morning is being mindful of what we consume. The first things we see, hear, and focus on in the morning influence our thoughts and emotions throughout the day. If we begin the day by absorbing negative news, distractions, or mindless content, our mindset is shaped by stress and noise. But if we start the day by feeding our minds with wisdom, inspiration, and gratitude, we cultivate a mindset that is centered and strong, whether it is reading something uplifting, listening to an encouraging podcast, or simply sitting in silence and breathing deeply. These choices determine the mental and emotional energy we carry forward. Taking control of the morning also means taking control of our priorities. It is easy to get lost in busyness, responding to emails, checking notifications, jumping into urgent tasks without ever focusing on what truly matters. But when we start the day by identifying our key priorities, we create a sense of direction. Instead of reacting to everything that comes our way, we move with purpose. Whether it is setting a goal for the day, making time for personal growth, or ensuring that our first actions align with our bigger vision, these intentional choices help us stay focused and productive. A disciplined morning routine builds momentum. When we begin the day with clarity, focus, and positive action, we set ourselves up for success. The small victories we achieve in the morning, waking up on time, completing a workout, practicing gratitude, setting an intention, give us a sense of accomplishment that fuels our confidence. This momentum carries into our work, relationships, and decisions throughout the day. When we take control of our mornings, we break free from patterns of procrastination, inconsistency, and distractions. The greatest benefit of mastering the morning is a sense of empowerment it brings. Instead of feeling like time is slipping away, we feel in command of our schedule. Instead of feeling like life is controlling us, we realize that we have the ability to shape our experiences. It is not about perfection, but about progress, about making small but meaningful choices that accumulate over time. Taking control of the morning is not just a habit, it is a commitment to living with intention, clarity, and purpose. A mindful start leads to a productive and peaceful day. The way we begin each morning has a profound impact on how we think, feel, and navigate the rest of our day. When we rush into the morning without a sense of calm or direction, we often carry that same hurried energy into everything we do. But when we start our day mindfully, with presence, awareness, and intention, we create a foundation that supports both productivity and inner peace. Mindfulness in the morning is about being fully present. It is about waking up with an awareness of the moment instead of allowing our minds to immediately race towards stress, responsibilities, or distractions. Too often, people wake up and reach for their phones, checking messages, emails, or news updates before they even take a deep breath. This habit floods the mind with external noise before it has had a chance to settle into the new day. But when we take even a few moments to simply be, to stretch, to breathe, to feel gratitude for another day, we set a different tone. A mindful start also means giving ourselves space before the demands of the world take over. In the quiet of the morning, there is an opportunity to check in with ourselves. How are we feeling? What do we need today? What kind of energy do we want to bring into our interactions? Instead of jumping into autopilot, we take a moment to be intentional. This awareness helps us approach the day with clarity instead of reactivity. One of the most powerful ways to cultivate mindfulness in the morning is through stillness. Whether it is sitting in silence, meditating, praying, or simply sipping tea without distractions, these moments of stillness ground us. They remind us that we do not have to be in a constant state of urgency to be effective. In fact, it is in the quiet moments that we gain the most clarity, strength, and focus. When we allow ourselves to slow down before the rush begins, we step into the day with a sense of control rather than feeling overwhelmed. A mindful morning also includes mindful movement. Physical activity in the morning is not just about fitness, it is about waking up the body and aligning it with the mind. Stretching, yoga, a walk, or a simple breathing exercise can help release tension and bring awareness to how we feel physically. Moving with intention allows us to start the day with energy and vitality rather than stiffness or fatigue. It also reinforces the idea that taking care of ourselves is a priority, not something to be pushed aside. The way we fuel our minds in the morning also determines the quality of our day. Instead of filling our minds with negativity, comparison, or unnecessary distractions, we can choose to consume things that inspire and uplift us. Reading something encouraging, listening to a positive message, or writing down our thoughts can shift our mindset in powerful ways. The first thoughts we allow into our minds each morning shape our outlook, so choosing them carefully is an act of self-care. Another essential part of a mindful start is being intentional with our schedule. When we wake up and immediately dive into tasks without direction, we often feel scattered and unproductive. But when we take a few moments to prioritize, to decide what truly matters and where we want to direct our energy, we set ourselves up for a day that is both productive and peaceful. Productivity is not about doing more. It is about doing what matters with clarity and focus. A peaceful morning routine does not mean eliminating all challenges from the day. It means equipping ourselves with the right mindset to handle them with grace and confidence. The energy we cultivate in the morning is the energy we carry into our work, our conversations, and our decisions. When we begin the day with mindfulness, we train ourselves to respond to life with intention rather than reaction. We replace stress with calm, chaos with clarity, and uncertainty with purpose. Small morning habits shape long-term success. The way we begin our day is not just about how we feel in the morning, it is about the patterns we create over time. Success is not built in a single moment, nor does it happen overnight. It is the result of consistent, intentional actions repeated day after day. The small habits we develop in the morning have the power to shape our mindset, productivity, and overall well-being, leading to lasting transformation in our lives. When we wake up and engage in habits that nourish our mind and body, we create momentum that carries into the rest of the day. A strong morning routine is not about drastic changes or overwhelming commitments. It is about simple, intentional practices that align with our values and goals. Even the smallest habits, when practiced consistently, have the potential to create a profound impact over time. One of the most powerful morning habits is waking up at a consistent time. When we train our bodies to rise at the same time each day, we build discipline and structure. This stability creates a sense of control over our time, rather than feeling like we are constantly adjusting to different schedules. It also helps regulate our energy levels, making us more alert and focused throughout the day. The simple act of waking up with purpose rather than rushing out of bed already sets the tone for a more productive day. Another small but transformative habit is making the bed. While it may seem insignificant, this simple action creates an immediate sense of accomplishment. It is a reminder that even the smallest tasks matter. It reinforces the idea that order and discipline begin with the choices we make in our own space. Completing one small task in the morning builds a sense of responsibility and encourages us to continue making intentional choices throughout the day. Hydrating the body first thing in the morning is another small but impactful habit. After several hours of sleep, the body is dehydrated and in need of replenishment. Drinking water upon waking helps improve brain function, boosts energy levels, and supports overall health. This simple act of self-care is a reminder that taking care of ourselves is not just about big gestures, but about the small, everyday choices that contribute to long-term well-being. Journaling or writing down thoughts in the morning is another habit that can create clarity and direction. Taking just a few minutes to reflect on gratitude, set an intention for the day, or jot down goals helps shift the focus toward positive and purposeful thinking. The mind is most receptive in the morning, making it the perfect time to reinforce empowering beliefs and visualize success. Writing out thoughts also helps to declutter the mind, reducing stress and allowing for better decision-making throughout the day. Physical movement, even if it is just stretching or a short walk, plays a vital role in shaping long-term success. Moving the body in the morning increases circulation, wakes up the muscles, and releases endorphins that improve mood and energy levels. It is not about an intense workout, it is about honoring the body with movement that feels good. This habit trains the mind to prioritize physical health, creating a ripple effect of better choices throughout the day. Reading or listening to something inspiring in the morning is another powerful habit that shapes the way we think and perceive the world. The first thoughts we allow into our minds each morning influence our mood, mindset, and productivity. Consuming motivational content, reading a book, or even taking a few moments to sit in silence helps create a strong mental foundation for the day. The habit of filling the mind with positive input consistently leads to a more focused and resilient outlook on life. Small morning habits do not require drastic effort, but their impact compounds over time.